Muda simene kabisa nikakuwa saa vile sijue maiti yapi. Najua vile.
In 2011, I was paralyzed.
It was really difficult for me to get enough money for my family. Sometimes we can sleep without food.
CAFOD works with people in the greatest need. We help the poorest of the poor to create a better future for themselves.
It was not comfort. He would give me money to go to the hospital. He said I've died by this time.
Apewe sifa ashukuriwe. Juu kuona mpaka leo na mie ndezitiwa mutu.
This time I'm able for me to pay for education for my children.
Often at CAFOD, we respond to hidden emergencies that may not hit the headlines. Here in Maban, South Sudan, more than 100,000 refugees have crossed the border to flee from fighting. Maban is very difficult to get to, but wherever CAFOD is needed, we will be there. When we respond to emergencies, we don't simply hand out food, water, or medicines. We think on long term, where people are able to stand on their own 2 feet. One of our programs is to reach out to most vulnerable families with seeds, tools, and training to grow vegetables in refugee camps.
الشغل ده وكنينا دايرين نجر الهرب قامني في بوك طوالي ضربناه بهنا اسمه شنو أنتونوف كاشين فوق الجبل من كده جاء شلل هاي ضربنا شديد طبعا الشغل ده قام هار يا رجينا ما في حاجة باسلنا يرفع الأولاد فوق كان عملنا سرج كبينا بكيش صغير كده قاعدين نشيله كده هبة كده كبوه فوق الموية آلات قاعد بشر الموية حقه وكي شرب تاني نمشو وكي جينا بالرتمية هنا لقينا الإيش في الرتمية في منظمة جاني دايرين نزايدني بحاجة شلت البامية شلنا الكوريك ورا شنو نبيو الباقي وتشرب بيجبنا بيجاي ونفتنوا بينوبه منظمة ما كويس هسا يو أداني هسا قاعدين نشكرك شديد في بلدكم انت برضو جيب الحاجات برا يعني.
Our local knowledge has identified in this area, it is not just the refugees in the camps require our support and help, but the communities who returned to this area since last few years. Helping farmers to produce their own food, distribution of small livestock, and drilling boreholes for safe drinking water. We have helped several fishing villages by providing them with fishing hooks and nets to create a sustainable income.
ممكن توالي مم زي يوان جاتي قوقنين زي ما من ديارن يا مم كهبر نيال ليا بكهبر كان وايا بكهر جنگ بلا وارتم دوك يتونج بلا لكن بلا تانا بلي مو كان واق اغلب واقن بين وبوان ادون اكن واخسن مخنو واق ممكن اده جبات ده ممكن جبات وونه ده يغلو في اك بيسجل ماذا ينكن يكن كان يوم دين باي ينكن قبال المكتبة كان يخبلا إن شيء ممكن دي داير أجر جبار ويتوه نسيال في اليوم ممكن أبافل جا 50 ولا 60.
Right now, we're responding to hidden emergencies all over the world. In Maban, we are reaching about 10,000 people, but there are many more who need our support.
The DR Congo has now 18 years of conflicts. As a result, it is now the poorest country in the world. Many are not able not only to feed the family, but to take care of kids. Those kids are abandoned and potentially recruited in armed groups. The church recommends a local organization, CAFOD, which has experience working with street children and child soldiers. We accepted to support the running costs so that they can be sustainable.
C'est un grand défi de travailler dans un environnement incertain. CAFOD est la première organisation qui nous a aidés de façon continue et ça nous a permis de grandir et nous avons déjà aidé 15 000 enfants.
Ni hapo nikakuwa na 14 wakaanza kukamata watoto. Walikuwa wakitutia mbele, abo banabaki nyuma. Shie tunakufa bure, hatujue kama ni nini. Tukaamua kuanza kukimbia. Na ni hapo tena nikakuja nikaendelesha hiyo maisha ya kuishi kwenye town. Nilikuwa nikinawa kama maji ya mvua yenye naikala kwenye mifregi. Kajede ilikuwa ikizunguka kwa kutafuta watoto wa shege kwenye town. Mie nilikuwa sikuitika, nilishangala kwa kuona wananyambia wao wanafundisha mtu kubure, hawalipe pesa na wanakupa chakula. Njoo kwa hiyo wakati sikuaminia, nikasema afadhali twende na nyie nyende nijionee. Pratique nyende nizeri, nilisoma kwa Kajede. Hii kazi yangu inaweza nisogeza mbele, inaweza kuwa inageuka hata izini. Leo tuko grupe ya 5 personnes. Hakuna mwanajua ni wanafunzi. Hapa niko kwangu kunyumba. Hivi viti ni mimi peke yangu nilitengeneza. Nilikuwa natengeneza mavitu na nikajenga mpaka nikafika kunivo ya nje nikamaliza.
Working with a local partner, the Catholic Church, it helps us to reach people living in the most affected areas, which are very, very difficult to access. Bukavu is a big city of 1 million people. Militias come from the bush to loot, to rape and kill.
It is not easy for a man or a woman in our cultures to come and speak about these rapes. They hide themselves. We went in the villages with the support of CAFOD to open the listening center, which are the confidential place where people could come and speak about their problems.
Hizi manyama zinatokea mpori zinakuja kula mamindi mashamba, kumulango wanaanza piga kumulango. Wakakamata wakampiga makofi labda ngapi, mwatasukuma yake. Direkte wakamtia kama. Bamwase omwetumu.
Sema banatambakia mule bamoya si hapana usibaki sai na njo vile bakambeba yeye njo kule kupori. Mwenzetu yeye deja balishambeba, sijue kama atarudia tena wala hatarudia tena.
Desmene kabisa nikakuwa saa vile sijue maiti yapi. Na njo vile. Siku moja Mungu akatusaidia na njo tukaponyoka vile. Na njo pale tukakuwa onekania tena kwa watu viko. Na njo vile nikaanza kwa tokea kunyumba kuya murenyo pale. Tunachangia pamoja mawazo pamoja na wenzetu na kupitia boe sasa nikaanza farijika kubyenye nilikuwa kanavyo. Na mie ndezi sasa hivi mnapata franka ndezi zifanyai. Lakini kupitia mashauri yao mimi najua kisi na mimi ndio partage na mimi nione kisi ya kupata. Mbele sikukuwa nauzisha, mbele sikukuwa nasema na mimi ndezi enda sote kanisa, mbele sikukuwa najua kama na mimi ndezi ingia mseremoni ya wenzetu kwenye biko, lakini mpaka hivi mimi naanza na vyote mimi naanza vitimiza na mimi.
Ati Jackie.
1 year later, I met her. I didn't recognize her. She told me that we help her. And when I see how strong she is, how courageous she is, I say thank you to those who help us.
Zambia is well developed compared to other countries within Southern Africa. But for example, in Livingstone, nearly 1 in every 3 people is HIV positive.
I'm Sister Mary Courtney, and a Franciscan missionary sister for Africa. First, we just had our convent. We didn't have any staff, and I had a little basket with drugs, just going from door to door. And at that time, we would have about 15 deaths per day. We didn't have the money for the medicine, so we just had to do basic nursing care and just make the patient comfortable, but there was nothing else we could do. Then CAFOD gave us the first grant, and we were over the moon. It was £20,000. Then we were able to buy food and medicine, and were able to buy a building. And then we named it St. Francis.
Because we work through partners and volunteers, our programs are a good value for money. St. Francis is an organization that has been known within Livingstone for its response to HIV.
I'm 14 years old. I was born sick. We are 6 in our family. Me and my mom, we are just the only one who are sick, who are positive.
At one stage, Anita was saying, well, why me? Why am I HIV positive? But with counseling from St. Francis, she is able to overcome that. And now she has done some group counseling with other children. They were all emotionally upset when they entered the children's club. When they see each other in the same situation, they are accepted as they are.
It's time to us to dance, to relax, be free. If people say about that, let them say, I'm here, I'm strong now. When I was young, they gave me food to eat for my body to grow well. Then when I grow up, he gave us blankets, school fees, he paid for us, even uniforms. They'll do anything for my health. He said it was not St. Francis who give me money to go to University Teachers Hospital. He said I've died by this time.
This is a plot that we have for our care supporters and for our clients. And when we bought it for about €100. And then we got some soil, and then we made nice beds, and we planted vegetables. So it's really from a desert to an oasis. Our focus is HIV/AIDS, and also there was no one helping the patients with disability.
I was young, about 5 to 6 years. I got this disease so-called poliomyelitis. Poliomyelitis attacked me at the very early age of my life. After 3-4 months, my legs was just like this, was stiff. I was just crawling like a dog. That's the time I started learning to use crutches. Very unfortunate that my mom passed away when I was doing my grade 9. My father, so I lost him. I was looking to get my education, not to take myself in the street, start begging. Then someone came and said, there's a place so called St. Francis, where there's so many ideas, where you can learn and get that idea, start using them. This is where I got this opportunity. I came to lab to learn how to keep chickens. We even learn how to keep pigs and what food we can grow. We sell to the marketeers, which is giving me at least a good money for my family. I can see my children are going to school because I've learned about ideas from St. Francis. I can make all these things. St. Francis has done a lot in our lives.
At CAFOD, we are striving for a world free from poverty and injustice.
From Poverty to Opportunity is an initiative that is targeting the most vulnerable and poor people on earth.
The money goes further and we stay for longer than any other agency can do.
Without the support that they send, we wouldn't be able to help these people.
We say thank you to the CAFOD members. We love you. You continue supporting us.
We're grateful for what we get, but if we had more finances, then we could reach all of them.
Mwendelee tu na kujua kisi Solange angaliki fasi fulani. Njo vile wa baba.